I'm Spoons, Andrew Norton of the Vintage Rebellion podcast, and welcome to the third in a series on vintage Star Wars diecast spaceships. Now this month it's the TIE Fighter, and it's my absolute favourite of all those ships. All stems back to a family holiday in Spain for my brother's birthday, and I got an unbirthday present of a Palatoy TIE Fighter. Now this isn't that TIE Fighter, but it looks pretty much like my TIE Fighter by the end of my time with it. Totally broken, wings snapped off, and my dad very kindly screwed them back on with wood screws. So Richard Temple virtually gifted me this TIE body, couple of battered wings, screwed on to recreate that childhood experience. But we're going to talk about far better conditioned ships today. Now, to start with, there's actually two versions of the TIE Fighter, which not a lot of people know. Bit of Michael Caine there. The first one is this ship here. So we have a look at the ship in general. Interesting fact, which is pretty much stuck in there. All TIE Fighters are piloted by Darth Vader. We don't know why. This is actually modelled on the larger ship. You can see the bit that Darth Vader sits in is essentially a scaled down version of the battery compartment on the 3 3/4 inch scale TIE Fighter. The wings are larger, more in scale on this, and actually that's quite telling, because for Return of the Jedi, a load of these were used as to fill in the battle scenes for that battle above Endor. But anyway, going back to the TIE, we have these pop-on, pop-off wings, and you can see these first issue wings have actually got the peg attached to the wing, slots into the side there, and they're actually quite loose. So what Kenner did, which we'll come to in a bit, they put in some instructions to how to keep your TIE Fighter safe and secure. Essentially, get some pliers on the end of these female sockets here on the body, crimp those together, and it means your wings stay in a bit firmer. But it's a bit of a rubbish design. So they redesigned it, and the second issue TIE came along. So on the face of it, it looks very similar. But you'll see that this one has the pegs in the body, sort of like little Lego plastic rods, white rather than black, and those rods slot into the wings like that. It's a much firmer design. It's still piloted by Darth Vader, but the wing design is very simple. Now, as far as we know, I hope if any Canadian collectors out there might correct me, the first issue was only released on the 12-back Kenner cards. All the other licensees released the second issue TIE. So we in Britain, we only ever see these ones with the pegs that slot into the wings rather than the wings that slot into the body. And actually, if you see a carded one, you can generally tell by the first issue has got a solid centre to the middle of the wing, whilst the second issue, you can see there's a void there because once you take the wing off, it's just a gap. So that are the loose TIEs, a lot of play value in there. Now we're going to go to the carded ones next. So first up is that first issue Kenner card. Much like all the other 12 backs for the diecast line, we've got the big starburst there, TIE Fighter, a couple of pictures showing the action features, so the wings popping off and Darth Vader coming out. On the back, the 12 figures, and key on this one is a little slit just above the land speeder. Now that was used to insert these in special instructions. So these are all carded up. The first issues go out there with no instructions in. The wings don't stay on. Kids are complaining. Kenner's long play guarantee is not true. So a set of instructions are inserted into the back, which you can just see underneath the TIE Fighter there. Now when the second issue TIEs go on these cards, they stop putting in those instructions. So they're only with the first issue ones, and they're quite rare to get on their own. Next up, we get the 21 backs and a change in title. So it becomes the Imperial TIE Fighter. And then we see that with some of the other ships around this line, and some figure name changes as well. And this is the 21 backs of Imperial TIE Fighter. We lose the long play off the front, 21 figures on the back, and the full set of die-cast ships at that stage with the prototype larger box ships, the Falcon, the Imperial Cruiser, and the Y-Wing there. That's the Imperial TIE Fighter. And then the last in Kenner's line, they released it on Empire Strikes Back packaging. Isn't that lovely? Again, a bit like the X-Wing fighter. I think the Empire Strikes Back packaging is the best for the die-cast line. And this is the 31 back. So we've got the full 31 figures on the back. The actual ships you could buy for the larger ones, the Falcon, the Cruiser and the Y-Wing, rather than the prototypes. And the large size guns for the toy size, child size guns, aren't they? They're called. That's there on the bottom of the ship. There, on the bottom of the box there. Now, all the other licensees are 12 backs, but Kenner Canada did release two versions of the TIE Fighter. So first up, the 12 back. Final Cape Jarrah on the back, kid-size weapons we've just seen on the other one, and the 3 3/4 inch ships. Long play is on the front, but at the top. And then that was also released as a 20 back. Got the Canadian Starburst there, TIE Fighter, but no long play on the front this time, but it does appear on the back. So there's the 20 figures, no Boba Fett on there, the prototype larger ships, and all those figures. But that's a nice card. The 20 back. There seems to be a 20 back on the X-Wing and the TIE Fighter, but as yet we've not seen one for the Land Speeder. And then it's all the other licensees. So in the UK, we have Palitoy, so the Palitoy logo going over where the Kenner one would have been. 12 figures on the back, and the Palitoy logo there. No long play on any of the other licensees. In the Netherlands, we have the Clipper. So again, you've got the Clipper 4 Plus logo where the Kenner would be. Otherwise, bit of Dutch text on the back, Clipper logo there. Now, these were imported into France as well, where we have the Meccano sticker in the top left corner. Just trying to get my left and right there. I don't have one of those. They're very hard to find, but essentially it's the same card, just with an import sticker up here. In Italy, Harbour released it on the Guerre Stellari. Only found so far on the 12 back. There is a 21 back for the Land Speeder. There could be a TIE Fighter out there in a 21 back, so keep your eyes peeled, but as yet not seen. Big Harbour logo on the back. Otherwise, no difference. I say no difference apart from the Italian writing. And then where we do see a bigger change, as we saw on the Land Speed and the X-Wing, this is the Takara, so Japanese version of the TIE. Japanese text in the box. And again, I'm going to use my linguistic skills here and ensure that says TIE Fighter. But on the back, Japanese text, but the key change is that the yellow lightsaber that we see on the others, so the kid size lightsaber, is red on the Japan card. And lastly, we have Australia's version, which is Toll Toys. Now, this is a reseal of actually a very kind gift from Justin Lee, a good few years back now. So thank you, Justin. So we have the big Toll Toys logo up in the top corner. English text on the back with some Toll Toys copyright information at the bottom. And that's the full range of the TIE Fighters. So we're nearly there. So this is Series 1. The Darth Vader TIE Fighter is up next, which fits into Series 1 as well, Wave 1, although it was released slightly later. But we'll find out all about that next month. Thanks for watching.